last year, I was in New York. My wife was 9 months pregnant. I have 2 other small children at home. I was missing them, and I was on business meetings. I wasn't going to see them for a while, and unlike what most people have to do in order to connect with their family at home, you know, they bring up their phone and, hey, Daddy, how's it going? My family beamed in, and we had the most incredible connection. Seeing your family face to face, seeing my children look up at me like they're really standing in front of me was one of the most incredible moments of my life.
So what do I think of when I think of holograms? I think of Star Wars.
I guess to me, it makes me think of what they were trying to do with like concerts where they were making like holograms of people or artists who have passed.
I think of being able to see someone through technology.
So I think of a digital projection.
Like futuristic technology that you can use anywhere, really.
هولوغرام الأميرة ليا في أفلام ستار وورز وهي تنتقل آنياً من مكان إلى آخر. تلك صورة من أشهر صور السينما العالمية، وكثيرون ممن شاهدوها تساءلوا متى يحصل ذلك في العالم الحقيقي؟ التقدم التكنولوجي الأمريكي يجعل من ذلك حقيقة اليوم، ليس بالواقع الافتراضي ولا عبر الشاشات التي صارت شيئاً من الماضي. إنها الهولوبورتيشن، الابتكار الذي يقلب عالم التواصل رأساً على عقب.
Welcome. I want to talk to you a little bit about why video conferencing is now entering the next phase, which is holoportation. Holoportation is really important to why we're moving into the future. I have to tell you, video conferencing is one of the most important ways we communicate, connect, and broadcast ourselves, because right now we need to communicate, connect, and interact in an engaging way, not just on a 2-dimensional flat screen on a computer where there is no real connection. At Proto, we've decided to use human, real size, holoportation as a means of communication, connection, and broadcast. Doctors are communicating with their patients, teachers are communicating with their students, and CEOs are communicating with their employees. It is a real-time communication like never before.
الفكرة بحد ذاتها أقرب إلى الخيال، لكنها تحصل اليوم. ما التقنية الثورية المطورة في هذه الشركة والتي تقف وراء هذا الابتكار؟
Holoportation, that would be our like live beaming, being able to project yourself from anywhere in the world to anywhere else in the world that has our patented technology.
And so our goal is to make it as realistic, as simple to use, and as engaging as we can.
There's 2 sides of the box. There's the hardware and the software of everything. And so the hardware is what gives it its illusion. And the second step of that is the software. So, you know, to make it look good in the device, it's not only just a screen, it really requires a lot of playing with the video and making sure that it's the right quality and that it fits properly in the box.
The Proto Epic utilizes a transparent LCD screen so that anything light colored becomes transparent, and then anything darker color becomes opaque. That gives us the depth that we're looking for. There's 20,000 lumen light strips in there that are pushing through a diffuser box.
And then at the top of the unit, there's 2 cameras. One of the cameras is so you can see the audience, you know, get a 4K return feed so they can hear you and you can hear them back. And then the other one is for analytics.
We're basically kind of creating this 3D effect. It is still a 2D image, but because it's in a 3D space where our brain is able to kind of, as long as we're giving it texture and some kind of shape with lighting, our brain is creating this idea that there is a 3D object or person in that space.
We make it super easy for anyone to kind of set up their beaming ability. So it comes very simple, just a couple pieces to put together, and then you're kind of able to beam live. So between the Roadie case, the studio kit, and the live beam kit, this is kind of your all-in-one package to easily be able to create your hologram effect and beam in live wherever you want to be.
You're not putting on a headset and blocking out everybody else from the real world so you can enter a virtual world. This is the real world.
There are many use cases for Proto, One of the highest and best uses, I believe, is healthcare and in hologram health to replace telemedicine as we know it.
We've got well over a dozen colleges and universities and medical centers using Proto right now as a way to educate and also treat and diagnose their patients remotely.
It is my pleasure to introduce James Beckman, aka Dr. Hologram, Proto beaming in from Florida. Welcome, James.
Thank you, Molly. How are you today?
I'm so excited that you could be here today and tell us a little bit more about Dr. Hologram.
I'm here from Florida. I can see you crystal clear, and many exciting things are happening with Dr. Hologram. So with our partnership with the University of Central Florida, we are right now building the largest hologram medical library in the entire world. We had a content expert literally beam from Australia to Orlando, Florida to talk about cancer care. In the past, that would never have been cost-effective or affordable, but now it is. So it's not just going to be storytelling or one-way presentations, but literally the training that has been done in the past is going to be completely transformed into groundbreaking techniques in the future, and we're very excited about that. The same quality of healthcare that we're working so hard on perfecting here in the United States, we want to export that around the world. So whether that's the Caribbean, Central or South America, in Europe, the Middle East, or the Far East, this will be the wave in the future for the next 20 years or more, and we're happy to lead the way.
People live for great experiences, right? Like that's what we're looking for, the next plan, the next party.
Holograms and entertainment have been intertwined for decades. Recently, we've beamed Sean Diddy Combs from his own home in Los Angeles into 3 nightclubs at the exact same time, not just to perform, but to interact with each person in each location.
The most recent event I worked on was actually the Chris Brown tour. He went on tour with Lil Baby, the rapper, and they went out in 11 weeks. They took 2 protos with them.
Proto eventually is gonna have technology that allows you to go in front of the unit. It'll scan your body, put you inside the unit, and you can try on clothes looking at yourself.
Maybe you're thinking about buying a watch, but you don't want to drop a lot of money on a watch. So with this, you can see it close up. You'll be able to interact with it, be able to spin it around.
The biggest one of all, which is we are transforming communication as we know it. Now, thanks to Proto Presence, you can talk and communicate in a 3D-ish way so that you see people's holograms.
You just click a button or 2 and then you're standing there in front of the person across the world or in the other room, whatever you want to do.
It is so real that after a few seconds, you forget you're looking at a hologram. You believe you're looking at the real person. And when a person is really there, the communication, the connection, and the broadcast is that much better.
مجالات لا تحصى يجتاحها الهولوجرام، لكن الطموح الفعلي هو التخلي عن التقنيات والأجهزة التي توهمنا بالأبعاد الثلاثية. ما نريده فعلا هو أن نرى الهولوجرام بغير الحاجة إلى أي معدات. فهل ذلك ممكن علميا؟
Right now, you have to have a piece of hardware that traps all of the light inside. One day, we'll be able to remove the hardware and just hit a button, and then you will materialize, almost like Star Wars.
بحكم هذا الابتكار والتطوير، لم تعد التفرقة بين العالم الحقيقي والواقع الافتراضي محقة. الهولوجرام بتوفيره حضور الإنسان الحقيقي في المجالين يغير قواعد اللعبة بمنافعه الكثيرة. الإنسان هنا والإنسان هناك وبكل قوة.
Now, we're being able to bridge that gap of something that's augmented, maybe only there that you can see certain times, and this virtual space coming together in a physical presence.
Nothing that you see on a 2-dimensional flat screen will give you the same engagement as a hologram.
بجميع تطبيقاته ومفاهيمه، الهولوجرام يغير عالمنا وكيفية التفاعل بين البشر، وبالابتكار الأمريكي المستمر في تطويره ينبئ فعلا بغد مشرق.